Hello and welcome to Behind the Plastic, a show where toy photographers interview toy photographers about toy photography. My name is Sequential Plastic. Here with me are my co-hosts, TMNT 1987 and Not a Bird, Not a Plane Photography. Say what's up, boys?
What's up, boys?
And we have a very, very special guest today. Everybody, please welcome Toy.Father!
Toy.Father!
Oh, the applause. Thank you. Stop.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on. Seriously, thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys. I mean, honestly, this is so fantastic, and it's really fun just to hang out with you guys and just I was saying that it's so weird to see your actual faces. I always find it weird to see when a person that I've been DMing for like months or weeks or even years, and I see their face for the first time. I'm like, oh man, look nothing like what I was like. And then I'm like thinking, what did they look like in my mind? But
yeah, right.
It's almost like whenever you see a radio person, you're like, I did not.
Yes. It's like, wow, yeah, he's a radio person. Yeah.
It's funny because the first time that I heard about you, I saw you. So I've always had your face in my mind, So
got it.
The reverse for me. Anyways, let me tell you a little bit about how the show works. We have a timer here that we're going to start right now. And it's going to count down from 12 minutes. That's right. We have 12 minutes to get through all of our conversation. So let's get right into it. Chris, we want to know a little bit about you. Can you tell us how did you get into toy photography?
Well, just like everyone else, during the pandemic, I collected toys, but then I saw on Instagram that people took pictures of their toys. Does this sound familiar? Yep. So I told my wife, I was like, I think I'm gonna start a toy account and just take pictures of my toys, because I'd been a long time collector, like 20 years since I was like high school up until now in my adult life. And I was an inbox collector. So all of my stuff was just inbox. I never opened them. And I had this like weird thing where I need to buy like 2 of everything, where I would be like, maybe I'll open one of them. And I never opened the other one. I never opened the first one. So I'm like, I have a lot of toys. Let's open them. It was the pandemic, and I was like, I need to do something, right? So the first picture I took was of one of my favorite figures ever made. It's DC Collectibles Batman Nightfall, like as Azrael, like that blue cowl, like the gold costume. I love that figure. The Mafex is great too. So I took a picture of that. It was just a stark white like wall, and I didn't have any diodes or anything like that. And that's how I really got into it. And then I fell into some groups and some chats, and then I got tips from people, and then I started on my iPhone. And what my shtick was that I took 10 pictures and they all told a story.
Cool.
So I did a snap of like one, and they would all be kind of like silly and funny. And so I did a story each time, and then I eventually got switched over to my DSLR, and I hated it. So I went back to my phone, and then I went back to my DSLR because I had no idea what I was doing on it. I didn't know what aperture was. I didn't know what any of this stuff was. And so it wasn't one of my friends, Ice Ryan. He told me to start with to start with my f-stop at like all that, and then go from there. Learn one thing as you go along.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's what I did, and I just kind of like I feel if you watch TPC top 10, Yimbo and No Chewing, they have the vocabulary in terms of talking about like what like shots are and what to use, and I kind of just shoot what I think looks good.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's how I do it.
He's more my style, guys. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way when I get into a room with these guys. These guys are using words that I've never heard, like a radial lighting or something. I don't even know. I just might have made that up, but I have no idea. And I'm just like, yeah, guys, the color just matches the turtle, so I just kind of went with that one.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing wrong with shooting on iPhones, Jay. You're doing a great job.
No, definitely not. Cox Create, he shoots entirely on his Pixel, and his photos are incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about
that Ant-Man that I got from you. I shot with my iPhone because the
Oh,
bug
yeah,
was
yeah.
crawling across the fence, and I just had my iPhone, so I took a picture of that
No
bug.
way, really?
And then I went and got the Ant-Man from you, and took a picture of him by himself, and then photoshopped him in really small.
Oh, that's so cool.
So cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do, I mean, you're really good at the post edit, though, not a bird. And if you can learn the post edit, you can shoot with anything. Like, you
Right.
really can.
All right, Chris.
Speaking
Well,
of, let's look at your picture.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
go
talk
ahead.
about one
Oh,
of
gosh.
your pictures.
Oh,
and
please.
Sully's going to lead this off when I throw it up here.
Oh.
Here we go. Drum roll, please.
He's got to be nervous. He doesn't know what he picked.
Ah, this one.
Yeah.
I
I
like
had to
I'll
pick
do it.
something with Superman in it.
Yeah,
And
you
Spider-Man.
did.
Oh, Miles, but so it's a little bit of both of us here.
Yeah, this was a Toy and Tell, and I did this with, I think Machu and J Shot were on, and I was like, hey, I'm going to set up a shot. Tell me how I should do this. And if you know Machu Toy, he is an incredible like videographer / photographer, so he knows what he's doing. So he was both him and J Shot were like, well, are you just gonna have him stand there, or Miles just stand there? You should probably have him like on top of the phone booth. And I was like, how about this? And they got my creative juices going. But I got this awesome phone booth from Grime City.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about that. That awesome phone booth.
Incredible work.
Beautiful.
Grime City is incredible. I ordered these couches from him.
Oh, you got the couches?
Yeah, that should be coming
cool.
soon, or in a few months. And then I love the Kingdom Come Batman. It's one of my top figures for the year. But yeah, I mean, I love that. I wish I could Photoshop, and now that's bothering me right now, the putty on Miles's hand on next to the word phone. But
I didn't even notice that.
I thought that was his hand grabbing like the hook.
Oh, no.
It just looks like part of the phone booth. It just looks like gunk or something on there.
I think us as artists, we notice all the flaws that other people will never even see.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like we would not have saw that.
No, it's the same color as the phone booth.
Yeah.
So
That's why. Yeah.
Perfect.
Wow. Chris, question about, I guess, the lighting here. I see one primary source, or is that like two? There's one going in the phone booth and there's one outside, or you guys are the experts. You tell me.
Well, I'll tell you, I did the shot, but I can't necessarily remember how I did it. But there's definitely a light in the phone booth that I turned on. That's what's great about this phone booth. I probably did a bounce card.
I think this was the bounce card one.
Yeah, this was probably a bounce card one. This is when I was learning about bounce cards. So I think there was a light to right on top of near Miles, and it was also bouncing off a light, a bounce card right next to Superman. And I think I may have put a light facing away from them, bouncing back to them.
Nice.
To them.
Okay. Very
It
nice.
looks really beautiful. The lighting on it is superb. Like
It did come out pretty crisp, but thank you.
So crisp.
Do you make any of your own dios?
You know what? I don't. I don't consider myself a very artsy person. I'm a person that's like, let's buy it and then let's shoot it. Let's pay someone to do it for me, and I will just use their work and give them credit. There was thing. I think, I don't know if you saw one of our first or 3 Toy and Tells, where this year one of my goals with No Chewing was to like customize things, and so I did customize a Daredevil, which was fun.
That Daredevil looks great.
Last year,
a black wash on that one, right?
I did a black wash on that. I had no idea what I was doing, but I did that. But I also
wrist wraps,
pop and swapped things, and then put wrist wraps. No Chewing and I last year, I went over to No Chewing's house and we painted head sculpts. So that was like our first.
Cool.
I painted this Grinch Mythic Legions head sculpt, and I put it on a Mythic Legions figure. So that was my like Grinch figure for the holidays.
Oh, really cool.
Awesome.
So that's like the extent of my things. Like I'll dabble in it and I want to do it. And I don't necessarily, if I do it once, I'm like, okay, that was good. Like I'll try it again. But for me, it's I don't feel confident with that whole painting piece.
Right.
Question: Do you Photoshop any of these things in your photos? And I do know this really looks like the Sentinel Miles.
It is.
I'm right.
You're right. You got it.
And these clothes, these articles, I don't believe these are original from.
No,
right?
no, that's a clothing set from 5K Toys from a third party.
I almost got those. I haven't.
It looks really good.
They're really awesome. Prior to this, I had the Mayfex Miles clothes on him, but these clothes are so much better.
Yeah. But this link.
What your first question was?
Any sort of Photoshop or editing post shot.
Yes, for like lighting, texture, clarity, like all those type of things. I'll just like slide the bar and be like, that looks good. That looks good. That okay, we'll try that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do in my post edit. I used to photo stack a lot with my DSLR. So I did a lot of photo stacking, but now I feel a little bit more comfortable with my lighting and pumping that aperture up a little bit more.
Yeah, with lighting like this, there's no need for photo stacking.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you for talking about that with us. It's a beautiful picture, and I'm sure we could talk about it for even longer. But as you can see, we're under 2 minutes now, so we got to move on to the hot seat. Okay, get ready.
Okay.
Your first question is Batman or Superman?
Batman. No, Superman.
Yimbo or no chewing?
Oh God,
that was one of my questions.
No. Oh God. I can't. I have to pick. I can't pick.
You can't run out the time. I asked you way too soon.
You can say pass.
I'm gonna pass on that because I love both of them.
Fair.
All right, Holland, Garfield, or Maguire?
It has to be Holland.
Go with your heart.
Good. I love Maguire. Maguire's like my first one, right?
Okay. Ballpark. How many Spider-Man figures do you have?
I have no idea.
Ballpark.
150.
Oh, jeez. All right. Since you were
okay, yeah.
Get me favorite grade you would go back to as a kid.
Oh, second.
Why?
Grade.
Why second?
Second's like a sweet spot.
It's a good one.
Like it's just things aren't too hard, but you're like kind of independent, but you're still that little kid.
All right, pecan or pecan?
Oh gosh, what do I say? I like pecan, but I think I say pecan.
Okay.
How many unopened toys do you have that you've completely forgotten about?
Well,
no idea.
A lot. Oh, that's hard. Thanks for coming on.